In this session, we will be looking at requirements in systems development projects, what they are, how they might be captured using fact-finding techniques, how they might be recorded, and the importance of prioritization. So, if you're a member of a development team, you will learn more about requirements analysis and be able to capture and analyze requirements more effectively on business projects. Let's start with a question. What is a requirement? Well, fairly simply, it's something that the business as a whole or an individual stakeholder wants a system to do. For example, based on our college case study, one possible requirement is that they want the system to have a function to record and assess assignments from students. There is often more than one viewpoint on a particular requirement. So again, using the same example, from a student's point of view, they want to be able to complete and submit their assignments and get feedback. From a tutor's point of view, they want to be able to assess and mark assignments. So essentially two views equally valid on the same requirement. In any systems development project, we need to find out what the requirements are. And the way that's done is through some sort of fact-finding exercise. There are many fact-finding techniques out there, but to give some examples, the business requirement to record assignments and student submissions might be documented in the project brief. The student requirement to complete and submit assignments might be discovered during some sort of requirements workshop where a number of stakeholders are brought together. The tutor's requirement to assess and mark assignments might be discovered as part of a fact-finding interview. So, in any fact-finding exercise, you need to consult widely, talk to lots of stakeholders, understand what they want. So you'll end up with a big pile of requirements. But that leads to a practical problem. The viewpoint of many business stakeholders is that all of the requirements are important, all of them should be carried forward. In the words of the great Freddie Mercury, I want it all and I want it now. But in most projects that's simply not possible or desirable. Not all requirements are high priority, and indeed some requirements maybe should not be carried forward or cannot be because they're too impractical and difficult to implement. The answer to that is prioritisation. It's absolutely essential on any project to prioritise your requirements, either as must-haves, should-haves, could-haves, or won't-haves. In requirements analysis, it is important to look at both functional and non-functional requirements. To explain the difference, a functional requirement is something that the system should do. For example, the need to assess and mark students' assignments and give feedback. A non-functional requirement is something related to security, performance, usability, or other aspects. For example, a security requirement that all student data should be protected and only made available to those who need it. So, to sum up a few key points, It is essential to prioritise requirements. Requirements don't come out of thin air. They come from the business, from business stakeholders. So you need direct stakeholder involvement in your project through the project team and activities such as workshops, prototyping and testing. And focus on delivery. You're not gathering and analysing requirements for the sake of it. Focus on delivery of a working system that meets business requirements, both functional and non-functional requirements. What we will look at next is how all this works in practice. And we will do that by working through a practical example based on the college case study.